What's going on today, guys? It's your boy Troy. I'm up here at Tri-State Ford in Maryville doing a vehicle review over a bright white 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now this is a limited. It's four-wheel drive and it starts out at $48,000 if I remember right. This vehicle has everything you're going to want when it comes to an SUV. It's four-wheel drive, has an optional drivetrain select, has a 24-gallon fuel tank, 3,500 pound towing capacity, has four-wheel disc brakes, also has your side curtain airbags, your front and rear airbags, your driver's side knee airbags, and your front seat side airbags. Gets 18 miles per gallon in the city, 25 miles per gallon on the highway, making a combined 21 miles per gallon. This does have a 3.6 liter V6, 8-speed automatic transmission, and it's considered the quadra-track all-wheel drive or 4x4. It's 293 horsepower with 260 foot-pounds of torque. On the exterior of this, as you can see, it's bright white. That is the color of it. Has 20-inch aluminum gray wheels with Pirelli 265/50 R20 tires. Has a black grille, black badges and accents. Has your HID headlights, fog lights, hands-free liftgate, blind spot monitoring, and it also has a sport hood. The other option on this vehicle is it has black headlights, fog lights, and brake lights, which go good with the white, so it's white and black. Now let's go ahead and move on to the interior. Now let's talk about the interior. The interior on this 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee is black, has black leather seats with a little bit of gray on the accents. Also has some wood grain on the doors and on the dash itself with a wood brush grain look. So this thing has an 8.4-inch Uconnect navigation radio, Bluetooth, XM, Apple CarPlay, even has a 4G Wi-Fi hotspot. On this 8.4-inch screen, you have your backup camera, which makes it very easy to see when you're backing up. Has heated front seats, heated steering wheel, also has the power paddle shift option. It also has your lane assist. If you're not familiar with your lane assist, it just keeps you in the lane. So if you start to go over to the left, your car is gonna kind of try to correct itself if your blinker isn't on when you're driving down. Has sensors in the front, the rear, and in the roof. Also has your parallel park assist, your rain sensitive windshield wipers. So you just turn your windshield wipers on automatic and it senses how fast they need to go if it's raining or not. Another pretty interesting and cool feature of this Jeep is it has a dual pane panoramic sunroof. So the front side opens up all the way, then the other half is just glass, but the whole roof of it pretty much opens up. Also down here you have your terrain select, so you have snow, sand, mud, and rock for when you're off-roading, because most people take their Jeeps off-roading. Has forward collision warning, so if you're coming up on a car too quick and you're not already slowing down, it's going to automatically send you an alert and pretty much tell you to slam on your brakes if it doesn't stop you already. Up here you have all your radio controls, your AC controls, your lane assist, traction control, sport mode, eco mode, and your auto start stop. If you're not familiar with auto start stop, it's for when you're in town or in traffic. So if you hold your brake for right around 5 seconds, your car will shut off if this feature is on. And then as soon as you let off the brake, you'll start back up. The purpose of this is for fuel economy, so you save fuel and you're not running when you're in traffic or at a stoplight for too long. The steering wheel on this thing is really nice. Has nice leather wrapped around the steering wheel. It says Jeep right in the center, and then right on the bottom it says since 1941. On the right side of the steering wheel you have your cruise controls. You also have your lane traveling, so when you're driving down the road and you hit your cruise control, you can keep up with the car in front of you. stay the perfect distance away, and it will constantly excel and decel as fast as a car in front of you is going. So you don't have to hit your brakes when you're in cruise control. On the left side, you have your controls for your instrument panel, and then you also have your call, voice talk, and hang up button. You have two nice gray paddle shifters, and then you have your volume controls on the back of the steering wheel, along with your channel select for the radio. This also has automatic headlights, and it also has a push button to open your fuel door. This is keyless, so you just got to have the key within 15 feet of the vehicle, press on the brake, and the engine will start. Also, whenever you're walking up to the vehicle, you can double click it and the rear will open up and it will close. This also has blind detection, so if a car is coming up on your left side within 5 to 10 feet of your rear bumper, the little indicator will light up on the driver's side if it's coming up on the driver's side of you, or even the passenger side if it's coming up along the passenger side of the vehicle. The instrument panel on this vehicle is really nice. So you have your tachometer on the left, and you have your heat, your engine heat on the right, and your fuel gauge on the bottom of that. Then right in the center, you have a LCD display that tells you everything about your car, your miles per gallon, your average fuel miles, which gear you're in, has your trip, has your auto start stop, even displays your radio right on your instrument panel. If anything goes wrong with the vehicle, it'll send you a message right up here. You can see your tire pressure, your trans temperature, oil pressure, and your oil life, all on this one screen. Another feature is it has your battery voltage, so you always see what your battery is running. You have your driver's assist, so when you're driving, as long as the driver's assist is on, if you're going to the left, it's going to light up. It's going to say you're getting too close to that line, or if you cross the line, it's going to push you back over. That way you're always inside the lines. It's a good feature for some people get distracted, or big vehicles. It's a good feature for those because they're just so wide. Now let's hop in the back and show you the back. Now we're in the back seat of this Jeep, and there's quite a bit of room. I'm 5'8", I'm a little chubby guy, so back here for me and one other person, it's gonna fit comfortably. 3 people, if you're big, is not gonna be real comfortable. 2 car seats back here, perfect. 3 kids, perfect. You also have little cubbies up here in the back of both front seats. You have up here, you have 2 USB ports, a 110 outlet. You also have 2 little vents down here. That way you get a little bit more air back here. In your doors, you have 2 little cubby holders. One is for miscellaneous little things, and the other one is for a drink. On the back doors, they ran the brushed wood look right along the back doors too, so it flows all the way around the vehicle. And they kept the seat design from the front right to the back, so they look really, really nice, really sporty looking. Now we'll go over the very back. Now on this 2019 Jeep, it has that feature where you just pull the key out right on it, you can double click a button, and the back hatch will open. And you have quite a bit of room back here for storage, so you can store a couple things in the back. Your seats fold down, so you can even put more in the back. Then you can just press your key fob to close the door, or there's even a button back here that will close your back door. Now that I've showed you everything about this Jeep, let's go ahead and take it for a drive and see how it drives, handles, starts, stops, accelerates, see all the kind of drivetrain aspects of this. All right, so now we're gonna go for a little drive, but first, gotta start it, and you gotta have your seatbelt on. Safety's always number one. So we're just in your normal drive mode. This Jeep accelerates really great. Also stops really great. Your brakes ain't real touchy. They're not real spongy. They're about perfect. I'd give your brakes on this a 9 out of 10. They're pretty dang great when it comes to the feel of the brake. This Jeep runs really well. Drives really great. It's smooth. The speedometer on this thing is really neat looking. The way they have a big screen right in the center, and then they have your thermostat pretty much on the right top, your fuel gauge on the bottom right, and your RPMs on the left. It all just flows together and looks really sporty. To me, I think the Jeep Grand Cherokee is really a sporty car. We'll go ahead and close that up there. This Jeep has a really good feel to it. You have a little bit of road noise, but it's not terrible. Braking is very good. Acceleration is very good. Now, I'd give your acceleration an 8 out of 10. When it comes to an SUV, it's difficult to get an SUV that runs really good and gets great fuel economy. I'm one of those guys that doesn't like a big vehicle that takes forever to get up to speed. Compared to the other SUVs I've drove lately, this SUV is probably the most comfortablest SUV I've driven. The way it starts really good, the way it accelerates really well, stops really well, moves very well. Some of the cool features is the way the sunroof is a panoramic sunroof, so it's like a dual pane sunroof. Then you have your big displayed radio, which everything just flows together in this SUV. It's all really sporty looking and beautiful. You know, I think a vehicle's like a piece of art. So on this review, I'd probably give this SUV, probably a 9 to your SUVs. It has all the nice features along with a great price. Drives really well, and I have no complaints over this SUV besides the rear view mirror. The rear view mirror is kind of big. So if you're interested in this vehicle, it's a tri-state Ford or tri-state Dodge Jeep Chrysler. They're right next to each other in Maryville, Missouri. This is a 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. It's 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Has every feature you could want when it comes to a Jeep. Plus, for $48,000, you can't go wrong. I'll put a link in the description below for this Jeep. And if you're interested in it, just click on the link, send them a message, give them a call, tell them I sent you. You might get another discount. So that's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Hit that like, smash that subscribe, and I'll see you the next time. Thanks.